Hello there, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? I know it's been a while. Life's been lifing. I was a little under the weather, then my husband got a little under the weather. And so things are better now, though. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see who's here. Wow, thank you guys for checking in. Kathy, how are you, Catherine? She says she misses everybody. Hey, Nathan. I just heard from Rosie's Inside said, oh, ooh, we should read on that. Um, Hi, Jackie. Layla, hey, how are you? Yeah, I missed you all too. You've been busy with your grandson since the summer's here, getting ready to go, but wanted to say hello. Oh, hey, enjoy your grandson. I know that's important. Hi, Witch Digital. Something definitely is going to happen that we've never seen before. We already have seen stuff that we haven't seen before, but something's going to happen. So you're feeling something, Witch. You are feeling something. I agree. I don't know. I feel like, I really feel like there's been a shift. And I think it's a shift for the better, but it's not like we have gotten over the hump yet, if you guys know what I mean. We still have a little ways to go. And orange peel is not making things any better. Hi, Tink. Um, yeah, yeah. I hadn't read her, but I'll read on her tonight and see what we get, guys, because this is kind of like what you guys questions you have for me. Hey, Steph, and hey, Carol. How Road? I missed you too. Hey, Lisa, Latrice. Thank you guys for stopping in. Yeah, I think we're all feeling something. I mean, the news has just been crazy. Hey, Nicholas, good to see you too. Um, I feel like we've all been feeling something. We just can't put our finger on it, guys. But this weather, Mother Nature is not playing. And yes, I did predict before that we were going to see a lot of water, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I just thought we were going to have some flooding. Um, but I guess when Spirit puts it in the cards, it's not like we're talking about a little bit of flooding, right? Just lighting my candle. Yeah, but this is crazy. And I feel so bad for all those. Can you imagine sending your child to camp if you've ever done that? I've done that before. And to have something like this happen just out of the blue. But I do wonder too, guys, because they stripped so many departments down. And it makes you wonder if those people were in place like they should have been, if people would have been notified. Now, some people saying it was just one of those flukes. It was going to happen anyway. It hadn't happened in so many years and all that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're more advanced. I think something could have been picked up, as far as that goes. Um, even if some of those people had 5 minutes, to move or save somebody, or you know what I'm saying? It's just it's terrible. It's terrible. And now I guess the same thing, some of the same things is happening like in New Mexico. So It's not good. It's not good. And we're still, hey Jennifer, we're still waiting for the other shoe to drop on you know who, not on, but with you know who. Yeah, no sirens. Yeah, vote it down. Oh, why would they do that? Yep, that's what I thought too, Catherine. It's crazy. So, okay, guys, let's get started. So, I think the first thing, let us look at, okay, because Nathan put in there about Kamala. Um, let's see what I get. We've all been waiting for her, right? But it seemed like it's, like I said, it's just taking a while. And Spirit has always said, be patient. So that's why I kind of stopped reading on it, because that wasn't being patient. That was trying to rush things. Um, and still, I don't know. But let me ask the question. All right, Spirit, give us the answers that we need to know. Tell us what's going on with Kamala. What is going on with Kamala? And actually, I haven't heard much about her. She hasn't been, we haven't heard a lot about her lately. Well, let's see what Spirit says. Will she be reinstalled as the president? Or will she be installed as the president of the United States of America? Will she be installed? And I will lay 5 cards out. All right, Spirit, we need to know, is Kamala going to be installed this year, 2025? We don't need to know about 2028. We want to know about 2025. This year, Spirit. Oh, that's a bunch of cards. Way too many, guys. I think that's just sloppy dealing. All right. Will she be installed in 2025? These cards are slippery. All right, Spirit. 5 cards. We have the Star. Good sign to start off. Very hopeful. Ace of Wands. So there is some movement. The 4 of Pentacles. So she's holding on to those votes. I feel like she is still hanging in there. Then I get the Eight of Swords. So she still feels a little tied up, guys. And then I get the Three of Cups, in which there'll be some celebration. Okay, so let's see if we can decipher this. Let me clarify that Eight of Swords. What's that about? Everything looks good except for that Eight of Swords right towards the end there, where it looks like she feels like she's still trapped, in a sense, tied up, can't move on. So, Spirit, clarify that, please. And we get the Six of Swords. Nope, I'm sorry, that's Five of Swords. Dang. Would have been nice if that was Six of Swords. That's the Five of Swords. Okay, so I think with this Five of Swords here, the way this card looks, guys, it's like it could be a victory. But somebody has to go down first. So it's like there is this victory flag being held up, but somebody, ooh. Look at this card, guys. This somebody is orange. What the heck? Hmm. Okay. I'm going to do one more thing. This looks hopeful. It looks hopeful, but the voters want her there. Um, they're like it's like we do want her there. We've been hanging on to her really, really tight, but it's like she feels like she's still um, trapped in a sense. I think we got to this orange mess here. This orange menace has got to fall. It's got to fall. Okay, I am going to pull 13 cards, and if an ace shows up there, Spirit, that means yes, she may be installed. So I'm going to pull 13 cards, and between the 1 and 13, if an ace shows up, guys, that means that yes, she will be. So let's see. That's before I go to the pendulum. All right, Spirit. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. No, that's the Nine of Pentacles. Can't see the Nine. Five of Cups. Where's the Ace? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not getting any aces. Okay. Didn't get an ace. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of still up in the air. Got my pendulum out, guys. All right, Spirit. Will Kamala be installed as President of the United States of America in the year 2025? Okay, I'm getting no. Okay, now it's a possibility that it could be in 2026. So let's ask about that. Oh, will Kamala be installed as President of the United States in the year 2026? See, now that was answering the question before I even asked. That's why I said, oh, it was already started going that way. So we're in the middle of 2025 right now. So 2026, it could happen. Now, did I read on him, guys, leaving in next year around, I don't know, did I do that right reading with you guys, or did I do it for myself? Next year around maybe February or March or something like that. I can't remember if I did it with you guys or not. Do you guys remember that? Put a one in the chat if you remember me doing that reading. I think I did a reading on him. Dang, I might have did it just for myself. If you guys don't remember, that's okay. But okay, so which you remember. Okay, good. I'm trying to, you know how it is, you do so many. Ask if Kamala will be president after the midterms. It's a good question. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that it'll be before then. Oh, that was nice. Rachel Maddow went to Texas and donated $1 million to the flood victims. Wow. More people need to do that. These people out here with all this money and don't know what to do with it, like certain celebrities, they need to be doing things like that. All right. Spirit. Will Kamala become POTUS after the midterms in 26? I'm getting yes. But I think it's okay. Get my thoughts out of it. Will Kamala become POTUS before the midterms in 2026? I know. I hear you, Nicholas. Why does the timeline keep getting set back further? I think that all has to do with the collective consciousness. You know, guys, I think we're getting to that point where there's enough of us that are waking up that we can shift things. But I don't know if we're all the way there yet. And I think that's part of it. Yes. Thank you, Nicholas. Everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only and alleged. So, I think we're getting there. And if he keeps doing some of the things that he's doing and turning off his own base, maybe we'll get there quicker. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's why it's things. But I think we're looking at things moving forward a little quicker now. Will these J6 ICE thugs be held accountable? Okay, let's see. Oh, really? Okay, so I heard somewhere, I don't know if that's true or not, that they were getting paid like $1,000 per person every time they get somebody. So, of course, they're working hard to, I mean, and people say that they are um, retired people and all that kind of thing. I just can't believe that regular, normal people would be doing things like that. I'm just going to ask what happened. Did the lady, how it drug her, ran over and drug her body? Is she okay, guys? I got to know. I have to know because there should be some charges. There should be some charges. They can't get away with that kind of stuff. Okay, tell me about the woman that was hit by the J6 ICE people in California and they drug her body. I'm talking to ChatGTP. Okay, this was ICE. It happened in California. Um, ICE is the people that are picking up immigrants. Is there a woman that was hit and ran over by ICE? Said it didn't see any article, so let's see. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so they can't confirm. There isn't any confirmed case. It was an incident in LA at the anti-ICE, the No Kings protest around June 15th to 16th. A woman 20 to 25 years old placed her hands on the hood to stop the car. The driver accelerated, dragging her and running over her lower leg before fleeing the scene. Okay, so it says the driver. Seems like I saw something about that. Um, so she had a lower leg injury and she's listed in stable condition. They're treating it as a hit and run. Although the protest was against ICE actions, there's no evidence that ICE agents themselves harmed or ran over the woman. Okay, so guys, yeah, I saw the woman that was trying to stop the van or whatever. Is that what we're talking about? Kim, can you tell me where to go to for the article? Spirit, did ICE run over a woman during immigrants while they were picking up immigrants and drag her body? This happened in California. Did ICE run over a woman and drag her body? I'm getting a no. Just make sure you always look at the links a little bit too. That helps just to verify. Yeah. She was protesting. Yeah, I saw something about that. I saw that, and it was in the news lately, but it was during a protest, and she tried to stop the van from moving, but somebody moved her out of the way. I don't know. Okay, Kim said it was ICE, a black SUV. Okay, this happened in California. It was ICE. They were driving a black SUV. Okay, they're still saying that this was a black, now this is a black SUV that happened on June the 15th, that sped up into a group of protesters marching down University Avenue in Riverside, running over 21-year-old Alexis Carrasco. She suffered critical injuries, skull trauma, broken leg, punctured lung, and is in stable condition. But the SUV fled the scene, prompting a police search. The driver, Russell Prentice, 58, was later arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon and hit and run causing injury. A 39-year-old accomplice was also arrested for evidence. So what they're saying is here is that it wasn't actually ICE. It was ICE, anti-ICE demonstrators that were protesting, and this woman got hit by a black SUV. But they have the guy in custody, him and the person that was in the car with him. Okay. All right. Okay. I got something else. July 8th. There was a separate, unrelated protest outside the San Francisco Immigration Court. Videos show people clinging to a black ICE van as it drove off. That's the one I think I saw. One protester fell and was injured, but no one was intentionally ran over. So they're saying there's no credible evidence that ICE agents in a black SUV ran over a woman in California. The well-documented Riverside case involved a private driver during a protest that included anti-ICE messaging, but not ICE enforcement vehicles or agents. So they can't find anything. They're saying that this is not ICE that did it. So it was private people. It was not ICE. So I don't know, Kim. Okay, Kim's going to find it. Thank you. Thank you. Will the Texans who lost loves in the monsoon floods without warning be able to file a lawsuit against the local and state authorities? I think they should file it against the federal government because it's probably got something with him letting go all of those people. All right, Spirit, will the people, the Texans who lost loved ones in the floods, will they be able to file lawsuits against the city, the state, the federal government? Yes. Will they be successful in their lawsuits? Yes. Yes. That's good to know. That is good to know. Okay. What about the makers of ChatGPT? I don't know. She was ran over and drugged down the road. I don't know. I can't find anything on it. I can check Google. Let me see what Google says. Okay, I got ICE ran over someone. Okay, I gotta turn this down because I don't want any copyright. Okay, I just put in ICE running over someone, and ICE raid protester goes down in front of car in LA. It says the protester confronted agents during an ICE raid in LA, and one fell as he tried to block a SUV that was apparently occupied by federal agents leaving the raid. The crowd surrounded the vehicle with agents for several minutes as they tried to leave the raid scene. The protester who fell in front of the SUV was later seen standing up and didn't appear to suffer any major injuries. I don't know. ICE runs over Protesters, San Francisco. Okay, so here's one for a day ago. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it, guys. Wait a minute. Let me see if they're talking about it. What are they saying? This happened on Tuesday. Incident appears to be the person who held them. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Let's zoom in. In their own SUV of the incident, spoke to the protesters who appears to be the person who held onto the moving SUV hood long enough to be jolted off. I was bleeding everywhere, said the person identifying himself only as, wait a minute, I don't know why this isn't in the news. Soren he's identifying himself only as Soren, Sorin. They were brutal to those of us trying to exercise our rights to protect. Okay, so he must be okay. This happened 7/8, which would have been yesterday. And it says in their own write-up to the incident, I think it's San Francisco Standard spoke to the protester who appeared to be the person who held on to the moving SUV to the hood long enough to be jolted off. I was bleeding everywhere. That's what he said. So I think because it looks like in the video that I'm looking at, guys, it's on Instagram. It looks like he may have been ran over, but he got up and talked about it. So I think that's what you're talking about, Kim. Hi, Neek. But it looks like he's okay. Please run the cards to see how long until the mostly full story on the stealing of the election will break in internet land as establishment. Okay. Okay, guys. So see, guys, you remember, I was skeptical about what's, guys, you know who I'm talking about. They're supposed to put out all this information. They still haven't done it. They keep talking about what they got and what they're going to release. Unless I'm missing something, if you guys saw something that I missed, I don't know if I trust them anymore, because they keep putting us off, and they don't really come up with anything. And it's like we're just being, held just this little carrot, and we just follow. And then when it comes time, they don't say anything. They don't have anything to say. Nothing new. Where's all this information? The only person I see putting out some information is Muskrat. Okay. So Nicholas is asking if I would put down some cards to see how long until the mostly full story on the stealing of the election will break in internet land. Now, we can see, I can ask. Give us information, Spirit. Show us. Then we'll see something that shows that the election was stolen. Now, as I said to you guys before, and I don't mean to be a party pooper, but you know we got to get him out. They have to, vote him out. Even if they find the information is true. All right. All right, Spirit, give me more. What's going on? What's going on with Kamala? When will we hear about the real news about the theft of the contest? I put it that way. Anonymous. Anonymous is the name I was trying to think of, guys. But they're not showing us any receipts unless I'm missing something. I mean, I haven't been doing much over the last few days, so maybe I missed it. But I'm thinking that if it was so big, we would have heard something. It just would have just showed up online somewhere. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Now my cards are upside down. Okay, it looks like there's going to be some regret for him, and she's being handed this cup. And the Knight of Cups is going forward with information about the vote. And then we have more information coming in from the Page of Pentacles, which everybody's going to be focused now on that vote. Everybody's going to be focused on it. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. No, this is the Eight of Pentacles, in which she is. I think more people are going to go over and over the votes, because this Eight of Pentacles is like working very hard and doing something over and over and over again. So the votes are going to be looked at maybe in other states, and people are going to go through it, with a fine tooth comb, kind of like what they did in that place in New York. So that's going to happen. How will we know that it's time? Now, if I look at these cards the way they fell, I would say when a lot of cities or states or whatever start really looking at the vote, it's when we can think about something like that happening. When enough of them get together and say, this is crazy, this happened in our county too, or something like that. I think that is when we can expect to see more movement on it. But there's a lot in these cards about the vote. But I think it's when we see a lot of counties or whatever come doing the same thing as that county in New York, and they see where, like she didn't get any votes, and that's not normal. Anything else, Spirit? Again, we got the vote again. It's all about, I think it's going to be all about the count, guys. When we see that going down, then we'll know. And then a decision has to be made. And it's going to bring the Tower. So I believe that when we see, and then we have the lovers again, that tower is going to cause some kind of decision being made by, and in this case, with these lovers here, I think this is about the collective. I think this is the decision that's being made by, because there's two decisions being made here, by more about the authorities. And I believe that then the collective has to get together and they have to say, oh, we got to do something about this. We can't just let this slide, you know. And then we have the high priestess. So all the secrets are going to come out. All the secrets are going to come out. So, Nicholas, to answer your question, I would say that when we start seeing a lot of counties come in with things that just are not right, they're recounting and they're saying, well, this doesn't sound right. How can she not get any votes? And then people will start to say, okay, we have to do something about it. And that's when we'll see with this high priestess information coming out, because right now it's pretty much a secret. So as far as predicting the time or when, I think that's what we have to look at. We have to watch that. As you know, spirit doesn't give us timing times. But I think when we see that kind of thing happening, that's when we'll know. I think the officials are going to start saying, okay, this isn't right. Then the people are going to get all up in the air about it. And then that's when we'll see something happen. I hope so. Hey, Sissy, did I speak to you today? How are you? Steph says, Mary, will Epstein mess take down T? I hope we can get to see him or something close, because now they're saying, let's ask about the Epstein files. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Just flew out. So that's something new happening. People are focusing on it. So will it bring him down, Spirit? Okay, so will the Epstein files bring Orange Pill down? Show us. All right, the Epstein files, Spirit, will they bring Orange Pill down? Queen of Pentacles. So this is talking about the women. So new beginning for the women who have been left out in the cold. And these pentacles are showing up all over the place. I think we're just talking about the structure of things that are coming down. Then we have the Four of Cups. We're talking about the women that were disappointed, by what happened to them. Then we have the Seven of Cups. there, I think the women, I think what's going to happen here, guys, is yeah, there's going to be a new beginning, but the women, again, we're talking about the women rising up because they feel like they've been left out. You know, it's probably a lot of women out there that now that were girls when this happened, and some of them are going to come forward and they're going to, right now, they're a little confused about what's going to happen with it. Um, I feel like these women are really upset. Um, it's going to come from them. The Knight of Swords coming forward with the information. See, I think right now, um, then we have the Two of Swords again. I think right now what's happening is these people, and there's still some out there right now, guys, that they're grown women now, but they have kept a lot of this to themselves. Now, it could be that they were paid off, but they're still disappointed in what happened. And now, when this comes out, if it keeps going like it's going right now, they're going to feel like they have choices and they can come forward. But it's kind of like a mental game. You know, should we, shouldn't we? And Spirit is saying that's because he's gotten away with so much already. So if these women come forward, this is why they're confused. If they come forward, what's going to happen? Is anything going to happen? You know, we have the Knight of Wands. So there is going to be some kind of action moving forward. Oh, and the truth is going to come out. Now, you were asking, will it take him down? Chariot, there's a lot of forward movement. There's like a lot of success. These women are going to come out. It's kind of like, I don't know, Spirit is showing us all this, guys, for a reason. It's kind of like what's happening with Diddy. You think the trial is over, but it's actually not over. It's not over because people are going to start coming out of the woodwork. And I think that this is the same thing that we're seeing with the Epps files, is these women, they're going to get the opportunity to come forward and tell their truth. Now, the thing they're debating, though, is if it's going to make a difference. So we're going to ask, Spirit, will what's in the Epstein files bring orange peel down? Will what's in the Epstein files bring orange peel down? I'm getting yes. I'm getting yes. But it's like all these women, they're just kind of sitting back and waiting. Let me ask this question. The ones that are alive. Spirit. Were any of these women paid to keep silent? Yes. See, some of them took the money. This is why they're confused about what they should do. Because we have these pentacles here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. So they're confused because they took the money. And now, they're disappointed. Now, who knows how much? Probably wasn't millions. You know what I'm saying? And it happened a while ago. Were all of the women paid off, Spirit? Were all of the women paid off? No. Will the women that were paid off, will they come forward also? Yes. Will this help people to see exactly who Orange Peel is, and will they turn against him? I'm getting yes. So, I mean, that's what he's trying to keep us from talking about right now, guys. And Muskrat won't leave it alone. That's the major thing right now. He doesn't, he's been trying to cover that up for years. So, yeah, it will take him down. It will take him down. I can't wait till it all comes out. Maybe I should better ask, why does the timeline keep getting set back? Okay, I think. Yes, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only, and it is allegedly. Okay, let's see if I can find anything in the cards about the timeline keep being set back. All right, Spirit, tell me about the timeline and why does it keep getting set back? I think we went. I don't think it's being set back now. I think it's being moved forward, though. That's how I feel. Tell us about the timeline and why does it keep getting set? I'll pull 3 cards. King of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. The King of Pentacles, I feel, is, the whole situation here, why he's here. Orange Peel. Not because it is of some kind of divine, special, he's not the one, like his people might say. But I do believe that he is showing us a lot about what's going on in society that's not right. Not intentionally. That's not what he's doing intentionally. He's doing this because he's just evil. This is him. And with the 7 of Pentacles here, this is about the structure of things, the security. And it's like, our security or whatever. There is okay, so these seeds have been planted. I'm trying to figure out how to put this into words. For us to see what is going on. But there's been a lot of disappointment because we're not seeing it. So the structure of things are pretty much staying the same. Okay, because we're not clear about I'll put it this way. Not enough of us are clear about what's going on. I'm talking about the people in the back. I'm not talking about us guys, but not enough people are seeing, we haven't tipped the scale yet. I think we're close, but we haven't totally, you know, tipped the scale in the right direction. So there's a lot of disappointment. And I would say, if this is something that Spirit wants to happen, and not that Spirit is disappointed in us, but Spirit needs us all to see, to take back our power, to understand that. And I always go back to that. We've given it away, and we need to understand that the power that, all that stuff, the power that we have and all that kind of stuff, okay? Because we've let things go too far. So this is a disappointment. I would say that this disappointment, not even disappointment, but we're still waiting. It's like we're still waiting for the right circumstance that's going to tip the scale. And then that last card that comes up, guys, is the three of cups. You know, that's all about celebration. So pretty much it's like we have free will. Spirit is not going to interfere. But when things happen, when this King of Pentacles right here, when everybody see what's happening with him, he goes down, is what I'm getting. And we see the structure of things change. It will change after he goes down. And then there will be a celebration. That's why it keeps getting moved back. Because not enough people are seeing what the real truth is. So, but I think we're right on the edge of it. I just feel that. I just feel like we're right on the edge of it, guys. Okay, I'm moving down to see what you guys are talking about. Yeah. Sissy says the reason I ask, the Dems need to be in control, of the House and Senate to undo the illegal stuff the Republicans have done. Yeah. And that won't happen until the midterms. Hopefully, guys, they should be on it. We should be sure that the votes are going to be right this time. Kim says she don't know. I don't, Kim, I couldn't really find exactly what you were talking about, unless they just aren't reporting on it in the news. And that could be. You said you saw it on a video on YouTube. That's the one that I thought that I saw too. But it was like he got up. You said it's a woman, but they're saying that it was a man. So I don't know, because I can't verify it. She was protesting, yeah. I'll look. I'll dig deeper into it. And then if I see something, I'll put it in the comment section, and I'll do a reading if I can find it. Yeah, guy, Elon is not for us. I mean, he's all for himself. Well, some of the things, guys, we don't know if it's AI or not, too. Because they're using AI to make these videos, make things happen, make you think that something's happening. And that's what I've been seeing a lot lately, in which YouTube is cracking down on that. But I hope you can find it. I think they're starting to stop people from doing stuff like that. Uh, remember, if you want me to see something, put it in caps. But I'm going to look for that too, Kim. See what I can find on it. Kim, no, she was ran over and drugged. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. I just couldn't find anything on Google or ChatGPT. Thug life in the White House. Yes. I don't think he's going to be around much longer, though. Will the grieving families file lawsuit against Abbott? Oh, and the other Texas officials for not warning sirens near the river. Okay, let's see if they'll file lawsuits against Abbott. I'll ask the pendulum this question. All right, Spirit. With the grieving families their families were caught up in the floods in Texas. Will they sue? Will they sue Abbott and other Texas officials? I'm getting yes. Somebody said that they didn't have any siren. They voted down the sirens. That's stupid. Did they? Tornado warning near the White House. Is that now, Candy? Last report I saw was, yeah, 165 still missing. It's terrible. I'm going to find the video. Just saw it today, and I keep up with current political events. Okay. All right, find it because I'm going to look for it too later. But if you find it before I do, my email is in the description. So email it to me. Someone has the Epstein list and videos. There are copies for sure. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that too. Somebody got copies. If not for only to blackmail people. You're right. Somebody has copies. Spirit. Are there copies out there of the Epstein files? Are there other copies? Yes. Yeah. Okay, Sissy says in my state, Oklahoma, we have flood sirens everywhere. It goes off hours before the dam releases water. Yeah. Or when it rains hard and the water levels are closely monitored. So I do not understand it. Somebody said that they voted the sirens down. You know, Texas wants to be their own little separate, I don't know. They want to be their own separate thing. Hi, Linda. They want to be their own country. Really, Kim? Kim says there's a picture. So that woman that unalived herself recently. I can't think of her name. I think she was one of the victims, right? She was really young at first. They say they had all these girls at Mar-a-Lago. That's where they would have them. I don't know if they would take them there first before they took them to the island, allegedly. I don't know. For entertainment purposes only. Oh, oh my God, Steph, really? Mm-mm-mm. Maxwell, I didn't think she was still in jail. I wonder why he didn't pardon her then. I thought she was okay. Let me ask. Spirit, is Maxwell still in prison? See, I keep getting no that she's not in prison. Why would he not pardon her? I mean, will Maxwell release information about Orange Peel? No. Where's Maxwell still? She's not still in prison, guys. They're telling us she's still in prison until they can show us a picture of her behind bars. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She's with Epstein, whoever he is. She's with him. That's what Spirit is telling me, and Spirit keeps telling me she's just because they haven't told us that she was released. Because why would they? I mean, here's the deal. I mean, there could be somebody there that's not her. Guys, don't put anything past these people, okay? There could be another person in there that's her, that's being paid, like the people that um there's extras for and that kind of thing. Pootie came to mind. Um, I just don't understand why he would leave her in there, and he has to return the favor. He says she was a very nice person and all that. Remember, he said the same thing about Epps, but they were not friends. But you see them together everywhere, right? I don't think she's sitting in prison stuff. Maybe she was at some point, um, but I don't. I think that since Orange Pill's been in office, I don't think he let out this January 6ers. Why would he keep her in prison? He let out all the other thugs. I mean, she was the person that brought the people. She groomed the girls. She did groom the girls. That's a fact. We know that happened. That's what they say. She groomed the girls. But Orange Peel knows that he has all this power. Why would he leave her in prison? She could have told about him a long time ago and she kept her mouth shut. That's just my thinking. I don't think I just, yeah, there you go. Lisa Lynn says, if there are no files, no lists, then why is Max still locked up? I don't think she's still locked up. Yeah, she's the madame. Hi, Brenda. Yulitha. Yeah. Oh, no, he's not going to leave willingly. I think he's already let her go, Kim. That's what Spirit told me. Is Maxwell in prison? Spirit. Is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison right now? She's not. I've been getting that. I've been getting that for a while. She's not in prison. There's no reason. I mean, why would he? Okay, first of all, let me ask this question. This is just me, my mind, guys, going. Okay. Is Epps alive? Is Epstein alive? They were, and I'm getting yes. They're all friends. They're all doing the same thing. They're all helping one another out. Now, we know it started way back with Epps, okay, and how he, whatever that lawyer was that was helping him, let him come out on, a certain time, and supposedly he had to go back to his cell at a certain time. So it was all a big game in the first place, right? So he was out to do whatever he wanted to do and come back. I don't think that Epps is unalived. And I don't see why they would unalive. See, a lot of these things that we hear, guys, are just rumors, and things. Okay, so they did say that he was, we should be able to believe the government when they said that he unalived himself. We should be able to believe that, but I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Okay. And now they're looking at all these tapes and things and saying that it's a minute missing or whatever, from the tape of him being in prison or whatever. There's something going on with that. Okay. You're not going to unalive your friend. You all work together. You love each other. You love the activities that you did together. Why would you unalive them? You just make sure that they're not going to speak on um, what happened. Now, why was he? I can't remember. I cannot remember why he was in prison, why they locked him up the second time. And then Barr, for some reason, was it done during the time of, was Biden wasn't in there when it happened, was he? This was all during the time of when they were looking at, what's his name was gathering up all the files, and uh, dang, what's his name? The DOJ. You guys know what I'm talking about. Can't remember. All this stuff happened so long ago. But anyway, for some reason they got him and they put him in prison. Okay. He was at an airport or something and they grabbed him up, put him in prison. They were going to have a trial and he was going to talk about everything, and they had all the files and all that kind of stuff. All of a sudden he goes, whatever they said happened to him. I don't believe it. So everything is kind of shut down in a sense. Then they get her and they lock her up. and he comes back into power. He knows exactly what's the deal is with Epps, and then what he does is just releases her. Why wouldn't he? None of those people are going to tell on each other. In my, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Oh, thank you, Yulitha. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Super sticker. Maybe the midterms. Okay. Let me keep going because I'm sure I'm missing a lot, guys. Trump isn't saying anything about Pootie. No, but somebody says something. You're right, Linda. Somebody said something about, is there some kind of telephone call that was exposed? I saw that. No, Mary, you did not. You were snubbing me. Huh? Oh, oh, sorry. It wasn't intentional. Sorry about that, Sissy. The MAGAs are pissed. They want to see the files. Well, maybe this will be the thing to bring him down. I mean, you know. See, I got to do some more research on this stuff. You guys got a lot of information. Taco sending Ukraine arms might have Putin come out with it all. Well, yeah, you know, there were things that were happening overseas with the girls in the pageants. Yeah. Linda says it's a lot of low down, nasty men involved in this. This is so disgusting. It really is. It really is. Oh, someone did, huh? Maybe. I hear you, Kim. Muskrat is losing everything. His CEO resigned today. I saw that. And she said that she would take everything. Oh, really? She would take everything? How's she going to take everything? That's the CEO of, is that the CEO of X, though? I'm, uh, I'm thinking that that's the CEO of X. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we can find out some information about what's going on with that. I don't know what her name is, but I did run across that. Tell us about the CEO. I think the CEO of X, which is the, I'm thinking the platform. Well, ChatGPT, he should know something about that. Okay, tell me about the CEO, Musk, Elon Musk, CEO, who stepped down today. Why did she step down? And is she threatening to take everything? Linda Yaccarino, the CEO of X, formerly Twitter, stepped down on July 9th after nearly 2 years on the job, which began in mid-2023 under Musk ownership. Musk responded simply on X, "Thank you for your contribution." Why she resigned? No official reason was given, but it came just days after a major backlash over X's AI, specifically Grok, Grok, posting extreme anti-Semitic content, including Nazi references, which sparked public outrage and advertisers' concern. Advertisers, a core audience, what's her first name? I can't even say that. Whatever her last name is. um, Linda. Okay. Advertisers, a core audience Linda brought back, were spooked by his unprecedented behavior and AI misfires. She was often in damage control mode. Okay, so what about threatening to take everything? Okay, there's no evidence that Linda threatened to take everything upon departure. She left the role after completing her 2 years vesting period standard for executive contracts. So she got her vesting in and then she left. And the public and published a positive, optimistic farewell statement. See, guys, some of that stuff. Her closing message hinted at continuing support for free speech on X, not ultimatums or ultimatums about assets or ownership. Yeah, she stepped down. She faced immense pressure from the advertisers flight and the GROK AI backlash. Her exit seems amicable and contract driven, not a hostile threat or retreat. Okay. Yep. So we can't pay every attention to everything. I did see that she had stepped down, but I didn't know why. But now we know why. She didn't threaten to take everything, though. She just fulfilled her contract so that she could be vested and she could get her money, her retirement, all that kind of stuff. That's all she did. It was time to go. She left. Maxwell has a list. I believe it. Yes. If she doesn't, she has a copy of that list. I believe she does. Okay. Spirit. Does Maxwell have a copy of the Epstein list? She does. Okay, I got to ask this question now, guys. I got to ask. Will we, the public, be able to see the non-redacted copy of the Epstein list? Will we see that, Spirit? Okay, so if we see it says yes. So if we get a chance to see that, that's going to be it. You're talking about people falling now. I mean, you're talking about all these entertainers falling. There is something that's going to bring down the politicians. I've been saying that for a while. Now, this may be it. This could be it. Yeah, she knows everything. What's going to happen to Maxwell? Well, let's see. I don't think. What's going to happen to Maxwell, Spirit? Give us information. Guys, these are jumping out. They're falling out. They're so big, it's hard for me to shuffle them, and they're kind of stiff. Tell us about Maxwell. What does her future look like, Spirit? What's going to happen with Maxwell? What does Maxwell's future look like, Spirit? These fell out. Confusion. Information coming out quickly. Heartbroken. She feels left out in the cold. And it's like she may bring out some information. The Queen of Wands. I feel like that's her. Okay, so these cards fell out. So there's some confusion. So is something going to make her release the files? She's upset about something. So Elon Musk knows that she has a copy of the files too, right? He has some money. She has the files. Spirit. Will she sell the files to Musk? I'm getting yes. Spirit. Is this because she will be upset about something that Orange Peel does? Yes. Hmm. Tell me more about Ghislaine and these Epstein files, Spirit. Give me more information. More information about Ghislaine and the Epstein files, Spirit. The moon. So she knows, she has a lot of secrets. She knows a lot about what's going on. We have the Seven of Swords. She's holding on. She's holding on to what she has, and she has the files. She definitely has the files. Something is going to change. Something is going to change with the system that's going to upset her. Now, what could that be? Because there's something very secretive going on, and she's trying to hold on to whatever she has. I think she's going to get pissed at Orange Peel for some reason. We have the Hierophant here, which is telling me that the government, there's going to be something maybe that's going to affect her as far as something to do with the government. It's going to affect her, and it's going to cause her to change. She's holding on to those files, though. She definitely is. Hmm. I'm hearing threatened. Could they threaten her for those files? Because, see, Orange Peel would be the one, or for entertainment purposes only, everything I say here is alleged. He would be the one, or, somebody helping him or related to him to try to get the files so they don't get out. And it could be his administration as far as this Hierophant showing up here. And she's holding on tightly. And we have Three of Wands. So what's the plan? What's the plan? There's a plan. Yeah, he wants them. There's an offer being made to her. So a plan is put into action. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So, but she's holding on. There's a plan put into action, but this is kind of like her security. We have the King of Pentacles, the Queen, and the, ooh, that's him and her. That's Epps and Maxwell, the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're holding on. They're holding on to this information. The Eight of Pentacles. I think they're going back and forth with this as far as getting those files. And then the Four of Pentacles. She's not going to let them go. All these Pentacles, guys. The Six of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. You know, it's about giving and receiving. Somebody's going to, I think that I really do believe that Muskrat is going to try to get those from her. I'm sure he knows about Epps also. Now that's something that we'll never know that that's real, that he's still on this planet. Okay. They will never let that come out, but he probably knows that. The King and Queen of Pentacles shows up here. That's the two of them. Okay. So that's his way of getting justice because of what Orange Peel has done to him. He's going to try to pay her to get the files. There's a partnership. There's a partnership, guys, between the two of them. And here's justice. Here's justice. Now, he could be the one that's going to bring him down. Then we have the Hermit. So a light is going to be shown on everything that's been kept in the dark. Guys, Muskrat could be the one that's going to bring him down because of the Epstein files. Muskrat has taken a big hit. Don't forget that. Ever since he hooked up with Orange Peel, he has taken a major hit on his businesses, on his contracts. I mean, and they're still going back and forth and fighting. Now, it could be because of the Epstein files, but Muskrat could be the one to purchase them. He has some money. Spirit. Will Epstein be the one? Or not Epstein. All right. Spirit. Will Muskrat be the one to bring Orange Peel down? Yes. Yes, he will. Muskrat is mad. Will he purchase the Epstein files? Will he purchase? Yes. Yes, he will. Thank you. Will he be the one that makes the files public? Yes. You know, guys, really, it's going to take somebody like him to do it because he has the money to pay people for whatever money is nothing to him. It just flows. He can pay somebody to get whatever he needs. You guys realize that? I mean, it's crazy. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought it's going to be him? I heard Kim was scared to talk because she's afraid of being Kim who? Kim. Okay, you guys are on to something else. Um, okay, Kim, you heard the same thing. Other readers have said that not the stolen election is not going to take Taco out, but the Epps files will. And now we know that. See, Muskrat he's been threatening him with those files for the longest, guys. He keeps dangling them over his head. He's going to be the one to bring him down. Because, you can't have both of them want to be kings. You can't have two kings. Somebody's got to go down. Yes, Catherine says he can take him completely down. That is so true. I believe that. Wow. Catherine says we're all having a party on here together. These men always acting a fool, getting away. That's got to change too. That's got to change. But the feminine energy is rising now. That will change. Yeah, pure evil. He is pure evil. But okay, so he's going to take him down. Now, this lady, Linda, his CEO, she left because of the Nazi stuff that he's doing. Now, he does want to get in position, guys. It's okay. We can let him take him down, but we know that he's not going to be anything here in these United States of America. People don't like him either. If he thinks but maybe he just wants to take him down just to get justice for himself for losing, a lot of money. He's never going to be broke, I don't think. But he's lost a lot messing with him. And he's talking about starting another party in which I don't believe that's going to go over either. Who's going to follow him? I mean, really? He's already shown us who he is. He's shown us that he wants to bring back the whole Nazi thing. He's already shown us that. So that's not going to work. I don't think anybody would let him be a leader of anything, but he can take him down. Oh, thank you, Steph. Steph gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate you. Thank you for that, gifting that membership. Oh, did you gift another one? Thank you, Steph. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You do a lot to help out around here, Steph. I appreciate you. And it says maggots are celebrating the inhuman. Yeah, they love it. They love it. That's why he got to go. I think some of them are waking up, though. I think it was someone video or someone else's video. Maybe they made him take it down. Yeah, he's still doing it. He's still doing that crap. He is. The woman unalived in New Mexico. Let me ask. I don't know if I remember that situation. The woman unalived. Spirit. Did Epps have anything to do with the woman unalived in Mexico? I'm getting yes. Is that the last woman that unalived herself? Is that who we're talking about? I'm getting yes. Nicholas says, I never. You never what, Nicholas? Um, please put all, yes, please put all questions in caps so I can see them. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Layla. Okay, Steph says, Mary, the light counter is still not showing. Okay. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to see what I can do about that. That's not good. Wow. So what if it's only on my lives? I guess not, Nicholas. Nicholas is asking if are there still not enough people awake yet? Really? You would think, Nicholas, you're right. I think this is going to do it. Okay? Let's just let Muskrat and him still have their little feud. That's going to do it. Tink, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Tink. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to do a ringing of the bell at the end, guys, when we end the before we all leave. Thank you. Yeah, it's the maggots. Kim says no. These maggots are dumb as rocks, for real. They're in a cult. How do you wake up a cult? You know you can't wake up a cult. It has to be something major, major extreme, like, you drink the Kool-Aid and then the other people see, we've seen that happen. Jim Jones, don't forget. I don't know, all of you have. I've seen that happen with Jim Jones. Hakeem Jeffries, she's his mentor. Why is Hakeem Jeffries acting like Nancy Pelosi as of late? He's always been acting like her. This is nothing new. She mentored him, and he doesn't know how to act any other way. They gave a warning an hour before the flood. Of course, we know they're going to try to cover their butts now. Okay. And maybe they can prove that. They should have some kind of proof. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I'm not trying to keep up with what Jeffries is doing because I thought he was going to be better at his job than what he is, and he's not. He's been kind of disappointing, really. Yeah, should have been days ahead of time. That's right. But even an hour would have gave people time. These people, yeah, because it happened at night while they were sleeping. And if you're asleep, you're not paying attention to. I mean, you're right. It should have been days. Oh, Catherine, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Catherine gifted a membership to Divine Spiritual Tea. Thank you so much, Catherine. I appreciate you. Sissy says the whole area in Texas that flooded is in the monsoon path. There should have been flood siren. Right, because they should have known that this was coming. I don't understand. This whole thing is just. But was there anybody there to make the sirens go off or anything? I mean, with all the cuts, I think with all these cuts and things, that's a big part of the problem. Yeah. Kim, let me tell you, I saw Texas turning blue and I saw Florida turning blue. Those states should have been blue already. They should have been blue already. Yeah. So they're going to turn blue. And Texas better get themselves together because they playing these games about they want to be separate and all that kind of stuff. Virginia G. Okay, that was her stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, says that he had something to do with it. Okay, see, she was 13 when it all happened. Mary, please ask if the women who were unalived in New Mexico had to with Epstein. Oh yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah, yeah, it has something to do with him. Yeah, I just did that reading. I know I'm behind, so I'm trying to catch up. Okay, Virginia. Yeah, she was unalive. She wrote 2 weeks prior. If something happens to me, yeah, right. So she didn't do it herself. We know that. No. Is it true that Artham Kalusian is one puppeteering Trump and Musk? Oh, that's that person. Artem. I'll say Artem. Clyushin. Spirit. Is Trump and Musk um, following Artem Klyushin? Are they following? Is he their leader? Is our team Trump and Musk leader? Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He's the agent in the White House, right? Mm-hmm. Witness protection. Witness protection. Oh, you think he's witness protection? Not him. You're not talking about Epps, are you? Oh, I, oh, Kim, are you talking about her? I think you might be talking about her. That could be. They're on an island and sunning themselves. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe, Catherine. They're on an island sunning themselves. Yep. These people are just getting away with everything. But it's all going to come to an end. Okay. So, Sissy, are you sure she's still? Because why is Spirit telling me that she's not? You said until July 17, 2037. That is 10, what, 11 years, 12 years from now? Spirit keeps saying she's not in prison. Yeah, who knows? Hey, Latoya. How are you? Okay. Maxwell was found guilty of abuse and But what does that mean does that mean anything at this point, Sissy? That's what I'm talking about. Does that mean anything when we have a thug with 34 counts in the White House? At this point, we know she was found guilty, but it doesn't mean anything. I don't think so. She was sentenced to 20 years in 22. Does that mean anything in the year of 2025, guys? Think about it. Okay. Okay. You're saying the court records still show she is still there, must be a clone. Not necessarily. Court records can lie. A gnat flying around. Okay. Who's that guy? Who was that guy? Think about Diddy. Think about Diddy. Who's that guy who was the person who he says Cassie and Diddy used him for years? I know you guys saw him. He was in like a hospital gown or something. His wife is his ex-wife is a lawyer or attorney or whatever. And he was giving all his information to the police. They kept saying that he was supposed to testify, supposed to tell his stories. And then they said that he was, they put out information that he had died. Okay? It's a cover-up. They put out information that he had died. What else did they say about him? The court dates kept coming up and they kept pushing the court dates back. See, guys, you don't understand. These people do what they want to do and they get ready to do what they want to do. Now, let's think about this. Why was this happening? Because, this is my opinion, they weren't ready to bring Diddy down yet. I can't think of his name, but you guys know he was bald. Of course, when he was doing all this work with Diddy and Cassie, he was all built and buffed and young looking, and like he was a part of that enterprise that they had going on. He'd come in and do whatever and whatever. He was one of the main ones. And he talked about how he got all these diseases and all this kind of stuff, right? They took him out. They confused the public. They took him out of the picture. Then they said he had died. People started really researching this and found out that all of this stuff that they were talking about. Jonathan Oddie. Thank you, Spirit. Jonathan Oddie. Look it up. They did everything they could to keep him quiet. Now, I don't know if he's testified yet, because this is the thing you have to understand. They are not done with Diddy yet. You may think that he's only going to get 5 years or 10 years or whatever. But Diddy's not coming home, period. They have even more. They're going to get even more. Ellie Carter, she didn't testify this time. That's because all of the documents, I did some research. Her documents are sealed. All of the information about what's happened to her is sealed. And it's sealed because Diddy has the money. He has the money to pay the people to keep it sealed, to keep all this information sealed. This is why she hasn't come forward yet. Okay? So eventually, he's going to run out of money. And one of the reasons that they sealed it, this is what his people are saying. Seal it, because it talks about people that, the public knows. We're talking about minor people. Okay, there's a lot of minor people involved. We're talking about the X that ACT, the X that they did. All of this is in there, so they can keep it sealed. Now her attorneys can go and say, unseal it. He pays to keep it sealed. Okay, so people are saying, "Oh no, no, she's just lying. This girl is real, and these things happen to her." Jonathan Adi. I'm getting back to what we were talking about Maxwell. Same thing can be going on with her. Just like they're telling you that Epps is dead. Spirit says no. Spirit says no, and that's who I believe. Spirit says she's not in prison. I believe Spirit. Okay, so I don't know if she's a clone. I don't know. Did we see a picture of her in prison? Anybody can have their face done. She could have had her face done, and she's right here in our face somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We can't believe any of this stuff, guys. Any of it without proof. But I believe what Spirit says. And I believe she's not in jail. Period. Yeah, what happened with that? I keep looking at that and I'm trying to figure out what the heck are they talking. I can't figure it out. Maybe my brain is my brain is not being able to pick up what that's supposed to mean. The minute footage. Um, you know, what is that about? But they're saying it's a big deal. Orange Mussolini could have snuck her out. Yes, that is out of the prison, but not. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Nicholas. Who says he has to pardon her? Guys, really think about this. He thinks he's the king. He can do whatever he wants. Not pardon her, so to be able to keep a leash and collar on her. Now, do you think if somebody came to you and you've been in, you got a sentence until 2037, and they say, "Well, I'm going to let you out," you're going to say, "No, I'm going to stay in here"? Come on, guys. Yeah. Lisa Lynn says a lot of people are getting that they are alive. Where are they? And are they doing the bad stuff? Um, they're together. I can say they're together. Um, but where? I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, they could be anywhere, anywhere. They could have had their faces redone, anything. The minute that he walked in there, the minute that Orange Peel walked in the office, he let the J6ers go. You don't think Maxwell was on his mind also? Why wouldn't she be on his mind? They're all in this together. They're all friends. I can't understand that tape. I'll just be honest. That footage leading up to his cell, I keep looking at it. I can't figure it out. Maybe I need to blow it up and really look to see what they're talking about. Yeah, Bannon. Why wouldn't he be? I mean, it goes back to um what's his name? Bill, you know, it goes back to his father, the one that was the last person that visited him in his cell. It goes back to his father. Barr. Bill Barr. Bill Barr. Yeah. Elon said he would release Banner's picture with Epstein. It makes me wonder if Elon didn't steal the files. Oh, he's stolen everything else. Will Tyler Perry settle out of court? I think he's already settled one, right? Um, let's see. Will Tyler Perry settle his essay problems out of court? Yes. Yes. That's true, Sissy. Sissy says Pam Bondi is a liar. They were going to release it to hurt Democrats, but it is Trump and his pals. It's a Democrats on there too, though, guys. It really is. Yeah, I wonder why that too. Okay, so if the files are going to make MAGA turn, would they? Why are these files so important to MAGA? That's a good question. Let's see if we can find out. All right, Spirit. Why are the files so important to MAGA? Why are the files so important to MAGA? Why are the files so important to MAGA? Everybody hit that like button, please. I know that it's not showing. I don't know what's going on with that. I got to check that out. But hit the like button so that other people can see it, that we're live. Okay, so why are the MAGAs, why are the files so important to MAGA? Yeah, that's true, because why would they be concerned? Seven of Cups. Choices or cloudiness, confusion. Upside down again, okay. High Priestess, the secrets. They want to know what's in the file. And they want to know now. They want to know quickly. They're trying to get into those files. Ace of Cups. New beginning. Why would it be emotional for them? Do you think they have a heart? I don't know. Why are they, wouldn't they protect, or maybe when it comes out that these kids were involved is where they'll feel some kind of way about it. It's like they want to know. They want to know. Queen of Pentacles. The women. We got an Ace of Wands. They want to move forward with it. Why? Why? King of Pentacles. We've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles showing up here again with the Ace of Wands between them. So it's like the men and the women. It'll come to me. Why? Yeah, they want to know about the kids. They want to know about the kids. Here's a Page of Pentacles. because I feel like if kids are involved, it's going to be a problem. If Orange Peel was having relations with, it's going to be a problem for them. The page of Pentecost, this is, they're paying attention to, pages are about the children, the younger people. They want to know. There's a lot of stuff swirling around about what's true and what's not, and they want the information to come out now. It's mainly because of the children. The truth. Guys, this is the third ace. They need to know. Why? I think it's more about the children. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, the Eight, which is about the relationships, the love relationships, that kind of thing. The Ace of Wands is they want to move forward with it. They want to know now what's happening with it, and they want the truth. With this Ace of Swords is coming out, they want to know the truth. I think this is what's gonna. We have the King of Cups here. This is where we're going to see some compassion come in from them, if they have any, because children were involved. Oh, and here's the exposure, the sun. It's all going to come out, guys. It's all going to come out. They're behind it. They want to know. They want to know, and they want to know now. They're pushing this. They're really pushing this. They have a plan. Three of Wands here. They want to go forward with this. They're not going to let up until they find out exactly what happened with that. What do they say? The enemy of our enemy? Whatever that saying goes, they're pissed. And you know what? Maybe they're understanding that maybe they're feeling a little stupid because they're trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes. All of a sudden, there's nothing to see here. I don't know. But I'll say this. It's about the minors. It is. They want to know if that's true. See, I think there's a chance Maxwell has been released, but no. Yep. I read that part. Okay, I agree with you. Because they idolize Taco, and Epps is a. Yeah, but I agree. I see what you're saying, Kim. Epps is a major stain. So you think that they don't know that he's in there? Trump gave Ukraine the newest tanks. Putin got angry over this, so he's making threats to attack Europe and the U.S. Okay, we got to read on that one. Okay, so what's going on with him and Pootie, guys? Okay, so we know that him and Muskrat worked for Pootie. Pootie didn't get what he wanted exactly from him. We know that. He wanted to be able to take over the United States too. He didn't get that. But my question is, what's the deal with that? Why is he giving them the newest tanks? Okay, why, Spirit? Why? Why did he give Ukraine? He tried to get Ukraine to fold before, guys. Remember in his first um, administration. He totally worked against Ukraine. See, this stuff goes back and forth and back and forth. Okay, Spirit, I need to know why. Why did he give Ukraine the newest tanks? Why did Trump give Ukraine the newest tanks to fight Putin? What you worried about? The devil. Ooh, none of these cards are good. Why is he standing? What is he worried about? There's something going on. Maybe Putin has already threatened. This is the devil. Maybe Putin has already threatened him in some way. I wonder. To bring him down, because this is the Three of Swords. Let me keep reading. I don't want to say that yet. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So Putin is not as independent as he wants to be. Okay, guys. Could Putin, does he know that Putin maybe could be behind an attempt? You have the King of Swords. He's worried. So the devil is worried. He's tied to, he is tied to Putin. There's no getting around that. And here he is, the Three of Swords, with the sword going through his heart. But then, at the end of this reading is the King of Swords. This is the person that's going to do slashing. There's some things going on behind closed doors, secrets that we don't know about. Page of Cups. Something fishy is going on. Something new. Something different. Something that we haven't heard about yet. Ace of Pentacles. And it's concerning the money. It's concerning money. The plan. Whatever the plan was. The plan isn't working out, guys. Whatever that was. We have Temperance. So, yeah, something's going on behind the scenes. They're being patient. Okay. I feel like Putin is being patient and slow and methodical about what he's going to do, whoever that is in Putin's place. And again, things are different. There's some kind of new perspective. Something's changed. There's a lot of slow movement, though. I think something's changed that's affecting the legacy of Putin and his land, the land. Okay. Well, we know that because if he's giving him tanks and things, something has changed. But let's see. Okay. I think Trump Orange Peel has heard something. Does Orange Peel, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged. Does Orange Peel feel that or know that Pootie is working against him? Yes. I should have had my other cards out of here, but I don't. Let me see if I can find my other cards. I need I have a feeling that what's going on is a HIT. It's Pootie spirit. Okay, I'm going to ask this to myself. You guys won't hear me because I don't want it to be said aloud. Yep. He's planned a HIT, and Orange Peel knows it. Things didn't go the way. Things are really falling apart, guys. Things are really, really falling apart. Yeah, I must have put them away. So things are falling apart between them. And what other reason would he have sent Ukraine things to take down Putin? He worked for Putin. He's worried about the plan that Putin has against him. He knows that there's something going on. Guys, you know, we always saw a third attempt. Maybe this is a real one. I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll give it to you. I will put it, I'll put my email in the comments. Wait a minute. I seem like I have it already written. Let's see. Am I missing? Okay. I have it. Let me find it. I think I have it. Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's in there. You'll see it. Okay. Taco will create another drama situation to people. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing, Kim. He's creating all of this drama. He's creating all of this drama so that we won't talk about Epps. That's his big deal right there. Epps is his big deal, guys. You know, these people that are doing these things are, as you can see, they're falling. Diddy is just a little pawn. He is nobody. There's people over him, you know? So will he Is he going to leave the country? Because I don't think he can be deported. But I'll ask Valerie. Will Musk release the files once he leaves the country? I'm getting yes. Now, guys, before we've gotten that, he's going to be arrested too, or end up in prison too. All these games. So if he leaves the country, well, yeah, we did get once that he wouldn't be in prison in America. That could be true. But he did all these crimes. He went through all of our federal stuff that he shouldn't have. So he should be going to prison. I'm going to see if the energy has changed. Spirit. Will Muskrat be going to prison in the United States? Even before I could get it out, it says no. Okay. No. But who would he negotiate those files with? I mean, that's a deep one. Yeah, Kim, you could be. But the thing is, guys, what are the Dems doing about Epps? You mean about the files? A lot of the stuff they know about, they're not telling the public. We know because we talk to Spirit. I hope they're doing something behind the scenes. Could be. Could be. Yeah. Okay. I'm back. So that could be what's keeping her alive for real. People are mad. Enough is enough. I cheer the people protecting immigrants that come here to work and have a life. Yeah. They're not doing anything. I mean, most of the people that are here are immigrants. Maxwell could plea bargain and have witness protection, but I don't trust. Yeah. See, that's the thing, Kim. That's what I was saying. Who isn't in on this? I mean, of course, there's some people, guys, but you don't know who to trust. Yep, I think so. I think that's his plan, Valerie, is to make him pay. He's lost a lot, and they both have these really big egos. Don't forget that. Does Muskrat plan on making Orange Peel pay for all that he has lost? Yes. See, he gave him the presidency. And even that is not enough to bring him down, because even impeachment is not enough to bring him down, because his people are not going to put it on the floor for a vote for removal. And even if they did put it on the floor for a vote for removal, there are so many corrupt people in the Senate that they're not going to vote to remove him. So impeachment is not going to work. They can impeach him 10 times. It's not going to work. It has to be those files. We all know about him being about him working with what we'll say treason. Okay, we all know about that. Big deal. He's getting away with it for 4 years. If he's in there that long, let's hope not. So he's getting away with that. He's getting away with the stolen, you know what. And that's, none of this is going to be enough to remove him. I think the people seeing, if there's photographs and stuff like that, or whatever, tapes or whatever, people seeing that, that's going to upset a lot of people. Yep, Kim, Elon is going to be the one to do it. Yeah, he wants revenge, and money's no option. It really isn't. He's coming with the receipts. Yeah. Shirley, you have a good point. He could already have the files. He maybe doesn't have to pay anybody for them. But where would the files shouldn't be in a place where anybody can find them, though. You guys, I don't, where they could go. Well, unless, yeah, the government has the files. Yeah, I guess that could be. Surely, you could be right about that, because he's been all over the place. They could have been sealed somewhere, and he got his hands on them. You're probably right about that. Mm-hmm. Orange Peel might try to deport him. But he can't really deport him because he has dual citizenship. I don't know how he's going to deport him. And all he has to do is pay people off to leave him alone. They get $1,000 per person. All he has to do is give them two. They'll leave him alone. He can take him down, then he can be dealt with. Unless he's made a deal with somebody, but who would he make the deal with? Okay, so we know this DOJ is for, it wouldn't be with him. Who would he make the deal with, guys? Yeah, he lost his credibility. Nobody, but that's what I'm saying. He's not going to start this party. Upset with the United States. Well, we all know what he wants to do. The MAGA nuts are celebrating now, but karma is coming. Yes. Oh, he owns a home in New Mexico. I never knew that. Okay. I wonder if nature took care of that. Okay, if he owns a home in New Mexico, and the one that was supposed to be unalived was in New Mexico, did she live in New Mexico? That's kind of strange. Why was she in New Mexico? We never know why Mother Nature does what Mother Nature does. It's Dr. Mark Felton, the World War II historian, here on YouTube, acutely aware in full detail on the coup we're currently suffering through, including the more lurid stuff. I don't know. He should be. He should be. A lot of people are, I'm sure. They're aware of what's happening. But I'll see. Spirit is Dr. Belton, the historian on YouTube, aware of the coup that we're currently suffering through. Is he aware? Yeah. Most people are aware. Most people in academia are aware of what's going on. Gabby resigned. Gabby. Recently, Kim, she resigned. Did Tulsi Gabbard resign? Says that she hasn't resigned. In June 2025, she rejoined the White House Situation Room for discussions around the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear program. Although former President Trump publicly criticized some of her congressional testimony, particularly her statement that Iran was not actively building a nuclear weapon, a senior official reaffirmed that she has no intention to resign, and Trump himself does not plan to remove her. Why the confusion? Media and market speculation popped up lately, perhaps fueled by her occasionally critical tone and public disagreement with Trump, but there's no factual basis that she's planning to step down. She's active in her role and fully in high stakes national security discussions, including Iran related discussions. There's not even any pressure for her to resign, they're saying. Maybe she's just keeping quiet right now. Taco said the flood could have been worse. I'm like, hell no, unless Taco in the middle of it drowning. I don't know if that would have made it worse. I don't know if that would have made it worse, Kim, if he was in the middle of it. A judge from the county camp, Mystic, said there were no sirens or warnings. There was a warning at 6 a.m. on July 4th with door knocking, but no sirens. There was a flood watch, but no warnings. Yeah, I heard that something about they expected 4 inches of rain or something, but not what they got. They don't want warnings. T, please read out in full detail your email again, as I haven't been able to read it. Okay. It is. I'll write it out for you. Okay. Okay, I'm putting it in the comments right now so you can see it. Oh, you're welcome. Mary, thank you for coming to entertain us and help us calm us down during this crazy time. I mean, guys, Spirit is just getting things set to do what he's going to do, or the energy is going to do, not he, not she, but the energy is going to do, and it's all going to work out. Um, at one time, I thought they were playing with us. Who said that? Kim said that. Uh, but to me, when I really do think that Elon, that he's had enough. At one time, they were. They said something, then they got back together. Then they broke up again. Okay, Spirit. Is Leon and Orange Peel playing games with the United States, with the citizens? No. Do they have a plan? Are they still working together? Are they still working together? No. Thank you. Does Elon have a plan to bring Orange Peel down? Yes. That's the energy right now. Yeah. Well, he's lost a lot. They were married at one time. Epstein and Maxwell were married, is what I heard. I don't know where I heard that they were husband and wife. Oh, see, Catherine says a lot of other readers, Linda G. Hogarth, Milu, everyone agrees with Mary. I believe y'all aren't all wrong. Okay. I didn't know they said it too, but yeah. Now I'm just listening to what Spirit says. That's all I'm doing. I don't have my eyeballs on the situation. So Spirit looks in for me. Hi, Flawed. Um, Private Island, no brainer. Yeah. Bill Barr got him out. hmm That's what I think too. I really do. And for some reason, he had to. Oh, because they pretended that they pretended that he unalived himself, but he got him out. They were good friends too. The only color is green. I think that the Democrats are in the files, but half of this administration's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree, Lisa Lynn. It's not going to be, don't think that it's just the Republicans. Mm, really? Kathleen says Pootie has the ability to shut down the power grid in New York City. Ooh, that would be a mess. Oh, he gave Trump mineral rights. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He really thought that, Vanessa. He thought he had somebody in there that was going to do it for him. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? It's just like how they're trying to get these other countries, except for they weren't going to have boots on the ground in the United States. But yeah, is Pootie on the list? I kind of doubt it. I think Pootie over there doing his own thing with, but let's see. Spirit. Is Pootie on the list? No. He's over there making sure, he's doing the Diddy thing. He's making sure that there's cameras in every room around him. That's what he's doing. That's how he's blackmailing people. And I think that's how he's kind of blackmailing Orange Peel. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Alligator, Alcatraz. I think it flooded. Spirit. Did alligator, Alcatraz. Did alligator, Alcatraz flood? Spirit. You know what I'm saying. Yes. I thought they had to remove people out of there or something. That's so stupid. Why do you have to be that ridiculous? That's what I want to know. You know? Okay, let's see. Good night, Sissy. Yeah, I understand. They did authorize certain search and rescue teams for 72 hours. CNN broke the story. Wonder if the megas will hold. I brought up the Felton tea because he does hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink videos that to me are telling. I'm gonna have to check him out. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I put my email is in there. It's in the chat. I've spent a lot of time, okay, at the ranch. Hmm. Several women unalived. Hi, John. In principle, the rigging of the election should be enough to end. Yeah, it should be enough, but it's not. Not unless you could get somebody that's going to take them down. Now, this might change, but hey, I'm hoping that things are different by the time midterms hit, period. I'm hoping that we won't have to deal with him. We just got to get the other people out. This third party. Spirit. Well, Leon's third party be successful? No, I never thought that was going to be successful. Not with him leading it. We can't even, the independents can't get big enough to, they can stop some votes, but it's never been that big. Maxwell and Muskie aren't the only ones with access to those lurid details, in my opinion, for what is worth. Second question. Will Christy Nome be sent to prison for life without parole? Now, before I got that, she was going to go to prison, but energies are changing. We see how energies are changing, guys. Will Christy Nome, spirit, will Christy Nome be sent to prison for life? I'm getting a yes. Thank you. Will she be sent to prison for life without parole? I'm getting a yes. Yep. Spirit is definitely coming through. Hi, Shrita. Hello, Mary. Will Muskrat be arrested in another country? Let's see. Spirit. Will Muskrat be arrested in another country? Will he be arrested in another country? Oh, I'm getting yes. Will he serve any time? Will he serve any time? No. That's the energy right now. Of course, that could change. Go ahead and put it in the comment section, please. Okay. It's in there, Nicholas. Eugene over here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he could have made a deal. Yeah, I'm sure they will be better for. See, Orange Peel keeps telling on himself when he gets ready to do something. He's going to tell you that he's going to do it. That's part of the problem. He can't keep his mouth shut. He's not a smart thug. He's not a real smart. Well, in a sense, he is. I mean, smart and him don't go together, guys. I mean, but some things he's figured out how to get away with all of this, all of these charges and all these things that have been gone against him, and he's back in office. So that tells you something. Now, people may be helping him with that, but I think that if Theo and Vance were in charge, things probably would be even worse. Big distraction, yes. Lisa Lynn, she says she's hearing that Pootie is unalived and someone else is running things. I saw that earlier. I think he's been gone. He's been gone. He's been gone. Okay. So that's that. Let me go back down. I saw a question. I'm hoping so. Valerie says he'll be gone before then. What name is it under in? It's under, it's in this chat, this live chat. And it's under Divine Spiritual Tea. I put it in the chat under my name, Divine Spiritual Tea. Let me know if you got it. It's in here. Let me see if I can highlight it. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see if I can highlight it. Authorize certain search and rescue teams for 72 hours. Well, that's after the point, though, John. I'm gonna. No, I can't find it. Trying to find it so I can highlight it. Oh, you got it. Okay, you said thank you. Okay, you got it. Okay, great. Okay, guys. Let's pull a card for us, and then I'm going to get off of here. No, you know what? I'm going to see what Spirit wants the collective to know. What does Spirit want us to know as a collective right now? What is going on, Spirit? All right. Can you tell us anything, Spirit, about what we should know as the collective? What should we know about the events that are happening right now today, Spirit? What is it we should know? I get that this is a good reading. I get that the divine feminine is still rising, and that the institutions are going to be affected because there is a partnership, and at whatever cost it takes, the magician is going to make sure that everything works out. Okay? So I think that's good. It's like spirit is partnering with us all. And whatever it takes, we're going to have everything we need in the end. Okay? Because these things are going to be overturned. These institutions and things like this, there's going to be a lot of overturning. People are going to start working together. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate you all for being here, and I will see you on the next read. Everyone, have a good evening. Bye now.